Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to talk about Ronald Koeman's future with FC Barcelona. Like, where are we now? What happened after the match between Bayern Munich and FC Barcelona? We know what Barcelona have gone through over the past 24 hours, and many people are questioning what could Koeman's future look like within these coming days. And so we are going to be clarifying on what could happen, what meetings have been held, and then later in the video, we are also going to be talking about Pedri, Jordi Alba, and Ansu Fati. But first, I do want to talk about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is considered as the best football app you could find in the App Store. If you do want to search up the latest player stats, team stats, where your team is currently ranked in the league table or in the Champions League, the OneFootball app will be there to inform you immediately and live. And now in the UK specifically, the OneFootball app would be able to provide La Liga highlights for teams such as FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, and much more. All of this is going to be packed into one app, which is again the OneFootball app. There is going to be a link down in the description box. By clicking that link, you would also be able to support this channel. So go ahead and download the OneFootball app using my link. And now let's get back into the video. But let's first start with the future of Ronald Koeman. So like I have said, there has been so many reactions after that match that Barcelona has played, which did end in a 3-0 loss to Bayern Munich. This was a game where it did show that this team has weak points. This was a game that it did show that many of these players are not being maximized. Like, you can just get a sense that this squad believes that there are limitations within themselves, that they cannot be one of the top teams out there in Europe. And the fact that we saw a midfield of Frenkie de Jong, Pedri, Busquets, knowing how technical they are, the fact that they were placed on the field only to defend very deep and not be used in the way that they should be used, that was an embarrassment. This team right here, Barcelona, at this moment, they're not being used correctly. And I remember after that match was over, there were many reports also stating that Laporta, the vice president, Juste, had a 3-hour meeting and they did not leave the offices until 2 a.m. And so you can just get a sense that Koeman's job right now, it is on the line. And many are expecting that there could be a decision that could be made very soon. And so it does say here, according to Helena Condis, she has stated that according to the club, Laporta does not plan to dismiss Koeman immediately, but he, Joan Laporta, is going to be closely looking at these upcoming games. Barcelona is also very well aware that Bayern is the better team, but they do not accept to lose in this way. Now, many are going to be asking, what does that mean? What does it mean by Barcelona losing in this way? Now, here's the thing, right? Here's what makes me so frustrated, right, about what did happen yesterday, is the fact that I am okay. I am so fine with Barcelona losing games. Like, we have lost many games under Luis Enrique. We have lost many games under Pep Guardiola. We have lost before, and we were completely okay with that. But what makes these defeats so different, and why it does frustrate so many Barcelona fans, is because we lose in a way that did not fit their style. Like Barcelona before, right? We were losing under Pep Guardiola and Luis Enrique, but we played our game, right? We were scoring. We were trying to score. We were trying to control the ball. We were trying to have the possession. We were not defending deep. We did not give respect towards the opposition. And every time we did lose, we're like, okay, fine. You guys won. We lost, but we played our game. Now we can move forward from here and see what can we do moving forward to improve and refine our own game. Because we had our identity. We had our foundation. The only thing that did matter after we did lost those games was to tweak certain things and certain areas on the pitch. But under Ronald Koeman, we lose in a way that simply had no identity. Like, we do not even know where to start from when it comes to Barcelona trying to progress better. We have no set style. And that is why Joan Laporta within this report has stated that we cannot accept to lose in this way, because there has to be a better way of actually losing. Because sometimes losing games and at the same time playing your game could be a great thing. And then she added at the end of this report that these next matches will be looked at by the club with a magnifying glass, which basically means that they're going to be closely monitoring Koeman's results with FC Barcelona. And that is going to be the conclusion. Barcelona is going to be giving Koeman more time, which basically means that we're going to have to see how this Barcelona squad plays against Granada, Cadiz, and Levante. Now, do I believe that this is the correct decision? No, I do not think that this is the correct decision, because there is a big chance that we could actually win these games. I do believe that the time to really grade how a club is bringing in results is when Barcelona plays against the top elite clubs, not by playing against Granada or Cadiz and Levante. Because let me tell you, if you're really going to go based off that, if you're really going to go and make a decision based off how we play against Granada, Cadiz, and Levante, and Barcelona ends up winning, which I do believe they will, then Koeman is going to be glorified and everyone's going to be saying, you see Kevin, Koeman is doing wonderful. He's doing amazing. He's bringing in all the results. Look how he's playing these youngsters on the field and they're performing very well. But we already know the truth. We have already seen what this Barcelona team actually is against the big teams. They expose what Barcelona truly is under this version of Barcelona. And you know what's so funny about this whole thing, right? Is the fact that when we talk about Granada, Cadiz, and Levante, we lost against Granada in the previous season. We tied and lost against Cadiz in the previous season, and we also tied against Levante 3-3. So our record against these three upcoming clubs is very, very bad. We lost or tied 98% of the time. But that is currently where we do stand. That is the situation of Ronald Koeman. Laporta has also put out a video out there on Twitter, on Instagram, basically informing the fans that we are going to be back, that he is working hard, that Barcelona, supportingly, they will get better, and he's going to be doing everything in his power to get this team correct. But we just have to hang in there. And that is something that I hope many of us fans do feel, right? I want to tell everyone here that eventually things are going to be okay, that eventually we are going to be at that level that we should be at and receive the results that we do deserve. But we have been in a very unfortunate situation. This club has been through way too much in the past 3 to 4 years. There has been way too many mistakes that has been made that has resulted to put us in a place like this. But we will get through this. And I do believe that in time, within the next 12 months, this Barcelona squad is going to be playing and looking much, much different. Moving on towards the next topic of today, and we are going to be talking about Jordi Alba and Pedri. And we do have some brand new details regarding Pedri and Jordi Alba's fitness. And it says here that Pedri does have a muscular injury in his quads. Jordi Alba also suffers from an injury in his femoral biceps on his right thigh. This is coming from the club itself, and they have also stated that Pedri and Jordi Alba are expected to be out for around 3 to 4 weeks. The best case scenario for Pedri would be for him to come back in about 2 weeks. Now let's first start with Jordi Alba. First things first, now knowing what Jordi Alba had to go through in that game against Bayern Munich, seeing that he had a fever, seeing that he had an injury, it was so strange to now know that Jordi Alba did start in that game, because why couldn't you have placed a player like Alejandro Balde? That would have been a great alternative in that match, and especially when you knew that Jordi Alba was about 40% present in the Camp Nou. And I remember when Alejandro Balde first came into that match and he stepped on the field, he had an amazing attacking presence. His presence in that final third area was tremendous, and I love to see that. Many fans love Alejandro Balde every time he did step into the final third area. He looked always dangerous on the field. And you know what's so interesting about this whole thing is that now knowing that Jordi Alba is injured and he is going to be out for about 3 to 4 weeks, this could possibly, right, maybe be the introduction to Alejandro Balde. Because in the past 2 years, the only thing that we have been seeing and what we have learned is that sometimes and occasionally these injuries that Barcelona encounter are sometimes a blessing. Because if it wasn't for Coutinho's injury about a year ago, Pedri would have never been introduced. If it wasn't for Piqué and Araujo's absence in the previous season, Mingueza would have never been introduced. If it wasn't for Dembele being injured and Valverde having very limited choices in the attack, Ansu Fati would have never been introduced and called up from Juvenile A. And now seeing that Jordi Alba is injured, could we possibly see Alejandro Balde start within these next 3 to 4 matches? Now let me tell you guys, these youngsters that I have just mentioned, Pedri, Mingueza, Ansu Fati, they have all taken advantage of their opportunities. They really worked hard and they tried everything within their power to bring the best results on the pitch. Alejandro Balde is going to have to do the exact same thing. He's going to have to put in the work. You do not simply just go into the starting 11 as a Barcelona B player and expect to be starting from now on. You're going to have to go in there and really show why you do deserve to start. And I do believe that Alejandro Balde could do that. As for Pedri, we knew that this was coming. He has been playing a tremendous amount of games. Yes, he has had a 2-week break, but this was bound to happen. But I do not even think that many of us should be worried, because I just honestly do not see this as a big loss for FC Barcelona. Because if there was one area where Barcelona is very gifted in, it is in the midfield. Barcelona has a tremendous amount of midfielders available at this very moment. So if Pedri is actually going to be off for about 2 or 3 weeks, I do believe that there are players out there in this squad that can take his place, and that is either Riqui Puig or Gavi. Puig is a much different player to Pedri. If you were to ask me, like, if Barcelona want to be more direct, if you want to find those passes inside and outside the box, Riqui Puig could be that player for you. As for Gavi, if you want a player that can disrupt the midfield, right, that is Gavi. Gavi against Bayern Munich, that was probably one of the biggest examples on why Gavi does deserve to receive some minutes in this season. He was a warrior. He showed character against Bayern Munich. He did not seem scared at all playing against the Germans. And Gavi is about 5'6", 5'7" in height. And the fact that he was taking down these midfielders and these defenders and putting them on the ground, right, that was amazing to see. Gavi is a warrior. And this guy, this player, he does not respect the opposition. His attitude is very intense, and we love that. We love to see Barcelona midfielders do these type of things because it does end up paying off. And so if you were to ask me, Gavi and Riqui Puig, they can deliver. They can come in the place for Pedri in the meantime. And it should be very interesting to see what Koeman does have in plan for these two players moving forward. And now lastly, I do want to just quickly talk about Ansu Fati. I'm going to be just quickly addressing this and nothing more. But it says here, according to Cat Radio, that Ansu Fati has completed the entire training session with the group today. And this is for the first time. At the moment, he is not ruled out to play against Granada. It does depend on how he does progress during the training sessions. If there's no pain within his knee, if he continues to run and not feel anything within his knee and he feels 100%, he feels 100% fit, then there is a possibility that we could see him play up against Granada. And so as of now, the club has also stated that there is positive sensations that Ansu Fati is doing very, very well. And so this should be a time for us to be more excited than ever for Ansu Fati. It's going to be so interesting, right? And so exciting to see Ansu Fati being backed by a midfield of Gavi, Puig, Frenkie de Jong, and Busquets. We have missed this, right? We haven't seen this since November in 2020. And Ansu Fati is also going to be a player that not only is he going to be returning and give us that attacking presence, but he's going to allow Ronald Koeman's Barcelona to go back into a 4-3-3 system, because if there was one thing that this team was missing, it was wingers. And so now Barcelona can finally take a breath of fresh air to know that their number 10 is coming back, to know that that definitive player that can lead the charge in the attack, it is coming very, very soon. And Ansu Fati is that player to do exactly that. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.